You know, I had this idea for a screenplay. You know, I don't know if you know me, but if you follow anything I've ever posted online, you know that I'm half giggles and half completely horribly depressed. But whatever, I guess that's where good art comes from, is a lot of fucking depression. But no, seriously though, I had this idea for a screenplay. Like, there's 7-Eleven. You see 7-Eleven right there? That's 7-Eleven. There was a period of time where I refused to be not independent. Like, I didn't even have enough money for a car. To fix my car. And this is not the town where you can walk around safely, especially being a female, at all. And I did that for 60 days, whatever. But like, I didn't have enough money to fix it. And, you know, everyone I knew said, no, don't walk. Just like be totally passive and dependent on others. I mean, they were trying to help, but they didn't understand how debilitating it is when you lose every fucking thing in your entire life. And I'm not trying to make a sob story. I want people to understand me. But apparently that will never happen. But long story short, I would go to different places. I'd go to 7-Eleven, just because, you know what, at the end of the day, I can't control shit. I can't control the fact that I'm so fucking depressed I can't get out of bed. I can't control the fact that no one fucking understands that if you can't get out of bed, you can't successfully have a job interview. And it feels horrible because I'm not, like, look, it's a safe country, sorta. I still had guns pulled on me by cops when I did nothing wrong. I was coming back from the bookstore, but look, I'm full of stories, motherfuckers. You don't even know. But it's like I'm not in a country where, like, no one's trying to shoot at me. Well, I'm not sleeping under a bridge. I wasn't, you know. But I mean, from what I've been through, I wish I had been sleeping under a bridge, because then I could have said, hey, I sleep under a bridge, and people would be like, wow, that sucks. I feel like they would at some level understand me. So long story long, you know, I would go to 7-Eleven because at the end of the day, when you can't control any fucking thing in your life, you can choose. I got coconut, pina colada Slurpee. I chose that. I chose banana Slurpee. You know, I chose that. And it gives you the illusion that you have control over your own life, because at the end of the day, you don't. But I would meet pimps. And I had never experienced anything like that, but, you know, dudes come up to me and be like, hey, you look like you in the cream business like me. And I'm like, what? What's that? I'm just some stupid white bitch. And they're like, god damn, with an ass like that, I could get some real dick sucking money. You know, I've been looking for a partner in crime for a long time. And, like, to be honest with you, I joke a lot. I would never be a hoe unless my life depended on it, because, you know, my grandparents would roll over in their graves. I was not raised that way, and I'm not looking down on anyone, because sometimes you gotta suck a dick for money. Shit, it is what it is. But I had this idea, like, what if I went back to that place the next day and said, hey, and I hit him in the fucking face. I hit him in the fucking face, and I said, don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again. Or I kicked him in the face, for that matter, because I can do that. And I said, look, I ain't a hoe. Don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again, or I'll break your face, or some shit. And then I said, but look, I know a lot of girls. They're nice girls. They're not hoes. They're good girls, but they owe a lot of fucking money, whether it's college loans or going out with the wrong people or loaning money. They owe up to $30,000, sometimes $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and I feel like you could help them. But don't you play my girls, or I will break your fucking face and I'll rip out your guts. Some shit like that. And then that's the beginning of a screenplay. You know, just like anything else, it's like, you know, she would, where the fuck am I going? You know, you gotta learn some lesson. You either change the people around you, or you find some change in yourself. And so in the movie, I feel like the idea was that she makes money, and for the first time in 2 years, she feels like she's actually in control of her own life. She probably gets arrested at some point, or somebody she knows dies. Something really bad happens, and then she realizes, maybe this is not the life for me. But the moral of the story is that, you know, people are always going to try to put you in a category. This world is a fucking cunt. Society kills your soul. No matter what I do, people will always try to figure me out based on categories in which I never fit in the first place. But at the end of the day, the reason I can't stand to see so much hate is because at the end of the day, we're all just humans trying to survive. So I wrote that down, and on Instagram, I put it out there one day. I was so fucking bored and depressed. And 3 different producers, 2 in LA and 1 in New York, said, hey, write that shit and send it to me. That was a year ago, and so, you know, chances are they probably forgot about me, but I'm trying to inspire myself right now to write that shit down, because what else do we have in this world if we don't have an imagination? What else do we have if we can't be creative? And at the end of the day, there's no greater medicine than when you just sit down or lie down and write.